Hello, 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 and welcome to another live stream by Virtual Flight Diaries. How is everyone this fine Saturday? All right, so iFly 737 MAX. We're flying LOT Polish Airlines, and we're going from Warsaw up to Stockholm, Sweden. Oh, a couple things. One, I've never flown anywhere in this region. Well, I did fly out of Lithuania one stream, but never been out of Poland. And we certainly have never flown to Sweden. So that's the reason for this route. I picked Warsaw because my family origins, we are Polish descent. Came to the United States in the early 1900s. And I actually still have family over in Poland. I've never met them, but I do know that they live just outside of Warsaw. So anyway, iFly 737 MAX. Boy, this thing has been the bane of my existence in Flight Simulator. To get this to work, for the longest time, it was just unusable for me. So what I did was, because it was just, the frames were just trash. With frame gen on, I was getting 28. So what I did was I completely deleted its entire existence from my Flight Simulator. Reinstalled it fresh. Recompiled the JSON file and verified the files. It's now working. Knock on wood. It stays that way. So we're on ground power, and let's get the jetway connected and let's get fired up. Using not say intentions, I'm using Beyond ATC for our air traffic control today, and we will be LOT 457. All right, jetway's connected. Let's get ground power is on. Let's fire up the there we go. So I don't have a let's try this again. Don't have a checklist for this plane. I couldn't find it, and I didn't have time to make a new one. So I'm just going to go with my flows. So I do apologize if we miss something, because it's because we didn't use a checklist. So let's get the flow started here. All right, so we'll go fuel pump on. Let's get the want that. That looks good. Test you. Yeah, we'll get you aligning. Got 10 minutes on that, and we will test the lock warning. Test you, that's good. We'll wait for that light to extinguish. And we'll come back down here. Battery on, ground power is on. Back up here, we'll get the window heats on. Probes in auto. Engines on, electrics off. That's the normal configuration that I've seen from real world pilots. I believe they used to have A's off, B's on, but that's apparently not what they do anymore. I guess it depends on your operator. All right, so Kava, we'll do a test. Status is good. We'll come back here. We're going to 360. It's good. Down, smile, frown is what I heard they said. So that setup is good. Keep it in auto. All right, so overhead is done. Back down here. Get you set up. We got flight directors on. That is good for now. So let's get fuel going.
Refueling truck is on its way.
Start working on our, well, no, actually, so come down here, we'll make some noise. So we'll test the fire bell. Do cargo test.
Fuel truck is in position.
And we'll load fuel from SimBrief. We are in kilograms because we are in Poland. All right, so get some juice lighting on in here. The parking brake is on. Looks like we are A-okay. All right, now we could get started in putting in our flight plan. Position. We would confirm that with our OFP. But for now, we're gonna trust that it's the right one, and it's consistent with our last position. All right, route. Let's see if we can load a route. I've been having some issues with that for some reason. Yay. All right. And we'll call that from our operator. It's good. And we are going to be LOT 457. You'll activate you, execute you, and we'll go for here. So we're going to see our ATIS.
Ceiling and visibility. Okay. Temperature 28. Dew point 14. QNH 1017. Landing runway 11. Departing runway 15. Transition level 070. Advise on initial contact you have information Kilo. Okechi Airport information Kilo. 1540 Zulu. Wind 165 at 8. Ceiling and visibility. Okay. Temperature 28. Dew point 14. QNH 1017. Landing runway 11. Departing runway 15. Transition level 070. Advise on initial contact you have information Kilo. Okechi Airport information Kilo. 1540 Zulu.
So
Wind
it's
165 at 8.
Okechi
Ceiling and visibility.
Airport.
Okay. Temperature 28.
All right, so Okechi delivery lot 457 with information Kilo. Would like to pick up our clearance to Arlanda.
Lot 457, Okechi delivery. Thanks for information Kilo. Expect runway 15, Olila 5 Delta departure, squawk 0410.
All right, we'll plan for runway 5, the OL5 Delta departure, and squawk 0410, lot 457.
Lot 457, read back correct. Contact ground 121.905 when ready for pushback or engine start.
And we'll contact ground on 121.905 when ready for push and start, lot 457. All right, so runway 15. So let's get this going. Taking off 15, we're going to be doing the OIL5D departure. That there's no transition. And we'll just pre-plan our arrival over in Arlanda, Sweden, Stockholm. There's Arlanda Airport. And it looks like we're going to be coming in on 19 right. I'm going to do the ILS with the Lu to November. We'll put that in. Good. All right, so refueling is complete. So we'll get the seatbelt signs on. And we'll request boarding. Waited long enough, we could put the air on.
Boarding requested.
Got left on the 2 minutes left on the alignment. Nope.
Wizz Air 65, Echo Quebec, ramp 3 for taxi via November 2, Romeo, Echo 2, Echo, Echo 1, Mike 3, Juliet, Quebec 2, Alpha 3.
Here.
Ramp 34 via November 2.
So it's 7.8 is our fuel, so that looks good.
Juliet, Quebec 2, Alpha 3, Wizz Air 65, Echo Quebec.
Lot 3 Alpha November at ramp 907, request pushback and engine start.
Lot 3 Alpha November, OKC ground, pushback approved, face southeast.
Boarding started.
Pushback and engine start approved, face southeast, lot 3 Alpha November.
All right, so I'm using Cabby for our cabin announcements. I haven't used that one in a while. It's a AI generated cabin crew. All right, so we'll get our passengers. 178 passengers on board. Cargo is 2.8 kilograms. Payload is 18.6. So let's start. Let's get this in here. So we got weight and balance. Passengers, we're going to go 178. It's full up. We are fully loaded. And we'll go 2,800 kilograms. Set the payload. Fuel is in, so these numbers should be right. So 63.6 on the zero fuel weight. Point 6.
Lot 3 Alpha November, taxi for departure.
Plane fuel. Cost index is right. Our reserve
Lot 3
was
Alpha November, runway 15 taxi via Victor, Zulu 02, Zulu Zulu 01, Zulu
1.5 kilos.
Alpha 3, Alpha 1, Alpha, Uniform 1,
1.5 metric tons.
Runway 15 taxi via Victor Zulu 02 Zulu Zulu 01 Zulu Oscar 1 Zulu 1
So
Alpha.
according to the thing, our average cruise wind would be 269 at 46. And our ISA deviation is +4. That gives us a negative 52 at our top of climb. And we'll execute that. So that's all in there. So now we could get our performance together. Copy from FMC data. Going runway 15. Conditions dry. 28C. I didn't set my baro. .003. Let's reload that. There you go. That's now set right. So we'll do. Let's do takeoff 1. Config flaps 5. AC will be on. Of course, I'm sure it's in Europe. It's common for the packs off takeoff, I think, but we're not going to do that because I'm not used to that flow, and I'll forget to put the packs back on. All right, calculate.
Lot 3
Boom. So, all right, we got a
118.305.
derated temperature of 38C. Go takeoff 1, 38C. Close enough for government work. How about that? 83.7. So we should get pretty good numbers. So we got flaps 5, 19.3 on our trim. .144, 145, 152, 143, 144, 152. That's good. Let's accept them. Good. We're all done. The legs page up here. Altitude. We got to be above 7,000. They're going to give us an altitude when we're climbing out. And it looks like we're all set. Maps don't work in. Can't put the terminal charts on. Here we got airport and departure. So we need page. In 3E. In 3E. Looking for 10.3E. There we go. 10.3E. We'll add that. take off, and we're going to head out this way, I think. That's good. Then we could go this one. We'll edit clip. I'm going to add the arrival. To end arrival. The approach. We're going to do the 19 right ILS. All them. There we go. And we don't need you. So why have the frames, right? To give me an extra 1 frame per second, right? All right. So let's see where we're at. Boarding's almost complete, so we're almost ready to go.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard LOT Polish Airlines Flight 457 from Warsaw to Stockholm. My name is Chloe, and I will be your cabin crew member for this journey.
LOT
While we
Polish?
prepare for departure, please ensure your seatbelt is securely fastened. Your seat back and tray table are in their upright and locked positions. If you require any assistance or have any questions, please feel free to approach me or any member of our crew. Thank you for choosing LOT Polish Airlines. We are delighted to have you with us today. Dzień dobry Państwu, witamy serdecznie na pokładzie LOT Polish Airlines lot numer 457 z Warszawy do Sztokholmu. Nazywam się Chloe
Alright, so
i
let's
będę
get our
Państwa
startup flow.
członkiem personelu pokładowego podczas tego lotu. Proszę o zapięcie pasów, ustawienie oparcia fotela oraz
What's going
stolik
on?
w pozycji
Open
pionowej.
on.
Jeżeli potrzebują Państwo pomocy lub mają pytania, zachęcam do kontaktu ze mną lub innym członkiem załogi. Dziękujemy, że wybrali Państwo LOT Polish Airlines. Cieszymy się, że możemy Państwa gościć na pokładzie.
Oh, that up. So we got steady on, collisions on. That's good. Let's close things up.
Cabin crew, arm doors and cross check.
Page, we got ground support. Let's remove the chocks. Disconnect you.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we prepare for departure, we
This
kindly
is-
ask for your full attention as we go over the safety
Close the
features of this
forward door.
aircraft. Seatbelts should be fastened at this time, and all carry-on items must be stowed in the overhead bins or under the seat in front of you.
All right,
In the
so
event of
we're
an
all closed up.
emergency, follow the illuminated exit signs to locate your nearest
outside,
exit.
double check.
Remember that your nearest exit may be behind you. In the unlikely event of a water landing, this aircraft is equipped with life vests located under your seat. To use, pull the vest out. Slip it over your head and secure it with the straps. Inflate your vest by pulling the red tabs or by blowing into the tubes on either side. Do not inflate your vest until exiting the aircraft. If
All right, Grand Lot
oxygen masks are
457,
needed,
request
they
push and
will
start.
drop automatically from the panel above. Place the mask over your nose and mouth, secure it with the elastic band, and breathe normally. Assistance will be provided once everyone has their mask on. We appreciate your cooperation as we ensure
Move
your
face
safety
northwest,
and
lot
comfort.
457.
Thank you. Panie i panowie, przygotowując się do odlotu, prosimy o pełną uwagę, podczas gdy przedstawimy najważniejsze informacje na temat bezpieczeństwa na pokładzie. W tym momencie należy zapiąć pasy bezpieczeństwa, a wszystkie przedmioty podręczne muszą zostać schowane w schowkach nad głową lub pod siedzeniem przed państwem. W przypadku sytuacji awaryjnej prosimy o kierowanie się do wyjścia, które znajduje się najbliżej, podświetlonymi znakami. Pamiętajcie, że najbliższe wyjście może znajdować się za państwem. W mało prawdopodobnym przypadku lądowania na wodzie, Samolot jest wyposażony w kamizelki
So
ratunkowe
it's
znajdujące się pod państwa siedzeniem. Aby je założyć,
pretty cool because given the announcement in both English and Polish.
Spełnić kamizelkę,
I have no idea if the Polish is correct.
dmuchaj w rurki po obu stronach. Załóż maskę na nos i usta. Zabezpiecz ją elastyczną opaską i oddychaj normalnie. Pomoc będzie udzielona, gdy wszyscy założą swoje maski. Dziękujemy za współpracę.
So they're hooking up. Yeah, we did an oxygen test. Yeah, so wait, what was it? Northwest. Northwest. I'm gonna go nose left. Nose left.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at fill.
All right, so packs off. Start number 2. It's a good start on 2.
Please set
Turn engine 1. Let's do this one from the outside. And I'm just going to do that. I'm going to motor and then just add the fuel in. Really not the procedure, but I don't have peripherals would be bouncing back and forth. Love it. Love it. So, back in the cockpit, we got, there you go. That's cut out. That's a good start. So, we can go to continuous. Let's get the generators on. And we can shut down the APU. We'll get the packs back on. Hydraulics. Probes are out. That's all good. We got nothing in the center tanks. Now let's get the taxi lights on. And we'll go flaps 5.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Awesome. All right. Flaps 5 indicating. And we'll just wait for the ground crew to disconnect. We can actually request taxi. And I have my
57, ready to taxi to the active.
first officer do the radio communications.
Lot 457, runway 15, taxi via Mike Tree. Mike 2, Zulu 1, Alpha Tree, Alpha 1, Alpha, Uniform 1, Alpha 2, Alpha 0.
Runway 15, taxi via Mike 3. Mike 2, Zulu 1, Alpha 3, Alpha 1, Alpha, Uniform 1, Alpha 2, Alpha 0, lot for 57. Left is clear, right is clear.
So we got to get speed. What do they say? 154 is our plus 10. Just double check that. Doing some funky things that would not be good. All right. So let's get back to takeoff. We got 152. So 162 is our plus 10.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face southwest. Enter 57 Golf Charlie.
All right. VNAV, LNAV. Flight directors are on. All right, let's get out of here. Parking brake release. We are rolling. Clear left, clear right. Brake. Flight controls. VI clear. RTO. VSO. What we got? Wizz Air, Buzz Airlines. We got Turkish Airlines.
Enter Air 57 Golf Charlie, runway 15 taxi via Uniform 1, Alpha 2, Alpha 0.
Runway 15 taxi via Uniform 1, Alpha 2, Alpha 0. Enter Air 57 Golf Charlie.
This into hectopascals so we can understand.
Enter Air 57 Golf Charlie, contact OKC Tower 118. 118.305.
Contact Tower 118.305, enter Air 57 Golf Charlie.
It's going to be evening flight. We're probably going to end up landing in, because it took us forever to get off the ground, get going here, but it's probably going to end up landing in at night. So cool. We'll dial it back for the replay though. A nice sunset departure in Warsaw, Poland. I'd like to visit Poland one of these days. And see the town where my family came from. That's pretty cool.
Lot for 57, contact the KC Tower 118.305.
Over to Tower 118.305, lot for 57. Bye-bye.
All right, here we are, runway 15. And we get the auto throttle can come on. Come on. Probes. They don't use wing lights in Europe.
Golf Charlie, contact Warsaw departure 135.903.
Prepare for takeoff.
Contact Warsaw departure 135.903, enter Air 57 Golf Charlie.
What's departure?
Lot for 57, ready for departure, runway 15.
Lot 457, OKC Tower, wind 165 at 6, runway 15, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 15, cleared for takeoff, lot for 57.
All right, guys, here we go. Let's see if I can get a good lineup. I get much better lineups if I can use my Track IR, but I did a test stream with the Track IR, and yeah. You guys would be seasick, would get motion sickness if you watched my stream with Track IR on, so because I move my head around so much that how's that? I think that's a pretty good lineup, right? Let's check it out. Wow. All right. I'll take that. I'm almost I'm a 737 pilot now, right, guys? All right. So that's on. We didn't get our stupid squawk in. What was it? 0410. There we go. So weather radar, terrain. All right, everybody ready? Let's get out of here. Spool them up.
With Malta 23 times
Toga.
exit left at November 2.
Exit left at November 2 with Malta 23 Tango X-ray.
80 knots. Nice runway incursion. Thanks, Beyond ATC. All right, let's go flying. Pause a rate. You're up. Oh, look at that.
3 Tango X-ray, monitor ground 121.905.
Look at that.
Ground 121.905.
All right, let's get back on the flight director.
LOT 457, contact Warsaw departure 135.903.
Flaps come up.
135.903, lot for 57. Warsaw departure, lot for 57, 2,000 feet.
Load 457 Warsaw.
We'll just hand fly her for a little bit. Up to 180.
Climb to flight level 180, lot for 57.
Turn out here. Got to keep it with the flight director. Flaps 1. And flaps are up. With that flight director, try to keep that needle centered. As best we can. Beautiful city of Warsaw. Oh, cool. Look at that.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we continue our ascent to 36,000 feet, please remain comfortably seated with your seatbelts securely fastened. We would like to remind you that there will be no food or beverage service on this flight. However, should you need any assistance or require refreshments, please do not hesitate to ask one of our cabin crew members. Thank you for your attention and cooperation. We wish you a pleasant and enjoyable journey aboard
No
this
food or
Boeing
beverages on this flight.
737 MAX 8
That's not good.
with LOT Polish Airlines. Szanowni Państwo, kontynuując wznoszenie na wysokość 36 tysięcy stóp, prosimy o pozostanie na miejscach z zapiętymi pasami bezpieczeństwa. Uprzejmie przypominamy, że podczas tego lotu nie będzie serwowane jedzenie ani napoje. Jeśli jednak potrzebują Państwo pomocy lub chcieliby skorzystać z napojów, prosimy o kontakt z członkami personelu pokładowego OM. Dziękujemy za uwagę i współpracę. Życzymy miłej i przyjemnej podróży na pokładzie Boeinga 737 MAX 8 linii LOT Polish Airlines.
10,000 autopilot on. We're gonna range out. We will. Put the seatbelts off.
Seatbelt sign has just been turned off. You may now move around the cabin. We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened while seated in case of
We
unexpected
are climbing.
turbulence.
Everything's looking good.
Sygnał zapięcia pasów został właśnie wyłączony. Możecie Państwo teraz poruszać się po kabinie. Zalecamy jednak, aby pasy były zapięte podczas siedzenia na wypadek niespodziewanych turbulencji.
I wonder if there's is there a restriction? Speed restriction? There is a speed restriction. The very windy Sid. Very windy Sid. I mean, it's like a big S turn. You know what I didn't turn on? I didn't turn on my Rex Atmos. Let's see what Rex Atmos looks like. What looks better? This or
Warsaw Control, lot for 57, through flight level 152 for flight level 180, direct Insun.
this?
Lot 457, Warsaw Control identified, climb to flight level 360.
Climb to flight level 360, lot for 57.
Wow. Unless it's different for the time of day, so it might have been more of a setting sun. So if it was a more of a setting sun, it would kind of look more like this than that big golden sun. But I don't know. I kind of liked the other one a little bit. Huh. I actually never did a comparison like that before.
Lot 3 Papa Echo, descend to flight level 100.
Descend to flight level 100, Lot 3 Papa Echo.
360, good. I'll tell you what though, the 737 Max has a lot beefier climb than the Airbus. A lot beefier climb than the Airbus.
Lot 2 Yankee Charlie, we received an alert regarding your pressurization. Do you need assistance?
Lot 2 Yankee Charlie, we're aware, but everything is under control. Thank you.
Copy that, keep us posted if anything changes.
That's interesting.
Air Baltic 3 Victor Echo Warsaw Control, expect Gunta 2 Golf, runway 180.
Expect Gunta 2 Golf, runway 18, Air Baltic 3 Victor Echo.
Oh, guys, plus it's 2,000. Let's get some.
Yankee Charlie Warsaw Control, expect Bimpa 7 November, runway 11 die.
Let's get some music running.
Expect Bimpa 7 November, runway 11, Lot 2 Yankee Charlie.
Lot 6 Hotel Victor, contact Warsaw approach 125.055.
Contact Warsaw approach 125.055, Lot 6 Hotel Victor.
Lot 718, contact Warsaw approach 125.055.
Contact Warsaw approach.
So I got this livery off of Flight Sim TO, and it looked pretty cool compared to the basic blue and white that LOT has, and it's celebrating Polish independence. So.
Lot 4 Yankee Juliet, Warsaw Control, expect Agava 6 November, runway 117.
Expect Agava 6 November, runway 11, Lot 4 Yankee Juliet.
Ryanair 913 uniform, descent to flight level 170.
Descend to flight level 170, Ryanair 913 uniform.
Air Baltic 8 for Delta, local to Bravo, runway 19. Report ready for descent.
All right, guys. So how are we doing this Saturday? I'm doing really good.
Descent to flight level 110.
Descent to flight level 110, Air Baltic 8 for Delta.
Hope everybody is well and that they have good things going on in their life.
Echo, descend to flight level 140.
So I'm actually glad I got this working because, you know, I needed some 737 in the sim. Since PMDG doesn't want to release their 737. Nah, that's a lie. They're working on it, but I really think they should have done that one first. But that's just my personal opinion.
Center on 125.8, Spinnaker 7775, bye-bye.
LOT for Yankee Juliet, Agava 6 November, runway 11. Report ready for descent.
Agava 6 November, runway 11, ready for descent, LOT for Yankee Juliet.
LOT for Yankee Juliet, descend to flight level 190.
Descend to flight level 190, LOT for Yankee Juliet.
LOT for Yankee Juliet, contact Warsaw approach 125.055.
Contact Warsaw approach 125.055, LOT for Yankee Juliet.
Air Baltic 2, Charlie Juliet, contact Minsk control 119.125, bye-bye.
Contact Minsk control 119.125, Air Baltic 2, Charlie Juliet.
All right. So we're just chilling now, climbing up to our cruising altitude.
Have a good afternoon.
Let's check that out, see how we're doing.
132.275, Air Baltic 3, Victor Echo.
So yeah, see, so as we climb up higher, so we're getting above the sunset, so it does look like it's getting brighter. I don't know. I guess it's just a matter of personal preference on how you like it. You know, this is a cooler setting. You know, things look a little on the bluer side, where the default setting was more golden, which was more dramatic for that takeoff. I'll admit that one. It's definitely. But I do like the way. Like I said in my other streams, I do like the way Rex Atmos Core does my clouds. I think my clouds look a lot better with them on, because I was getting that pixelated cloud bug, and it seems to have solved that. So that's what makes me happy about it.
Flight level 359.
Flaps up. Actually, we can shut the lights off because we are way high for that. And we are, cabin looks good. Packs are operating at good performance.
Sky Dubai 1839, Warsaw control identified. Continue climb to flight level 360.
Continue climb to flight level 360, Sky Dubai 1839.
LOT 3 Papa Echo, contact Warsaw approach 125.055.
Past the 30,000, so 6,000 to go.
125.055, LOT 3 Papa Echo.
Sky Dubai 1839, Warsaw control, expect Limby 6 November, runway 11.
Expect Limby 6 November, runway 11, Sky Dubai 1839.
Sky Travel 7698, contact Prague Center 118.375.
So I was thinking about it, and I had I have quite a few fans of the channel that are from Europe, and they haven't done any part of this, this part of the world. You know, we've done France, we've done England, but haven't given any love to my fans from Eastern Europe and Sweden, so that's why I thought I'd do this trip.
Control 132.275, Air Baltic 8 for Delta.
So this one is dedicated to you guys.
Warsaw Control, red nose 9060, flight level 390.
Red nose 9060, Warsaw Control identified.
Nose. I wonder what airline is Red Nose.
Europa 0861, contact Bratislava Center 123.825. Have a good afternoon.
Oh, Lip Rocketeer, hey! Did we do the vampire run? We did. We did. I guess I forget about that one. We did the, it was the fly-by-wire A320, and we did Lithuania down to Romania.
Jet time 269, contact Prague Center 118.375.
Was it? I think so.
Jet time 269.
Yeah, was it that one or was it the? I think it was a PMDG stream, wasn't it? Oh, I don't know. But yeah, we did do the Eastern Europe one. It was Vilnius to I can't remember the airport in Romania, but it was the airport that's right outside of Vlad's castle. You're right. But I think this would make number 2. So
125.8, Ryanair 913 uniform.
Warsaw Control, enter Air 57 Golf Charlie. Good afternoon. Climbing flight level 166 for flight level 190. Enter Air 57 Golf Charlie, Warsaw Control, radar contact. Climb to flight level 370. Climb to flight level 370.
I do have a subscriber, Susan. She always says hi in the chat every once in a while. I see her. I haven't seen her in a while, but she's from Sweden, so. And since I finally got the Max working, I thought maybe we'd do this one. So it was dead to me, so now it's got a stay of execution.
Descend to flight level 100, lot 516. With Malta 3 November, Romeo contact Krakow, approach 135.405.
Contact Krakow approach 135.405 with a Malta 3.
But in order for me to get this working, I had to completely erase its existence from my computer and reinstall it fresh. I don't know what happened. But knock on wood, no, I have not had any problems so far. But I'm holding my breath that all of a sudden yeah. It said I was out and about and I was trying to get home in time to see the beginning of your stream. Oh, well, I appreciate the effort, but yeah. You're here now, so thank you. But yeah, so I don't know what was happening, but when I was before, it wouldn't load any of the liveries. The ones that I could get in, it was with FrameGen on. I was saying with FrameGen on, I was getting 30 frames with FrameGen, and it was just stutterfest. It was just unusable. So what I did was I completely deleted its entire existence from my computer. All the add-on, all the liveries, everything that I had in it. It's the work file, the WASM file, everything, and reloaded it all fresh. I then recompiled the JSON file. I verified its installation, and then added the liveries back in, and voila, started working.
Runway 11, ready for descent.
So it wasn't just a delete and reinstall. I had to do a complete clean.
Descend to flight level 180, sky due by 1839.
Complete clean install, and now it's working smooth.
Radar 125.8. Center on 125.8.
So,
Air creep 6400.
but yeah, like this before, at the cockpit would have just been just stuttering and tearing, and it was not good. But we are back in business.
Warsaw Control, Spinnaker 7845, flight level 370.
Spinnaker 7845, Warsaw Control identified. Ryanair 5039, contact Prague Center 118.375.
Contact Prague Center 118.375, Ryanair 5039. Bye-bye.
Limp Rocketeer, it's funny how Flight Sim will turn you into a computer programmer and coder. That no more truer words have been spoken. Right there. If you have not learned how to program files, you will if you become a flight simulator, or you will bang your head against the wall. Done so much research in trying to keep this thing running smooth. And that's why I get it. I get, a lot of streamers, they get frustrated with people asking questions and stuff. Some of them. I shouldn't say a lot of streamers. But that's what we're here for. That's what we do. I may not be a real world pilot, but I'm certainly a real world flight sim pilot. And the amount of research that streamers do to keep their planes and their sims running, we definitely could be answering questions. So, if we do all the legwork, and that's what we do, we want to be streamers, why not pass that information on? I think people get the mindset like, oh, well, I do the research, so should you. Nah. Now, if I can give you a quick fix and get you flying in the sim, that makes me happy. So that's why I wanted to definitely, I got this working and we had to fly this because I wanted to pass it on how I got it to work. And hopefully if you're having the same problems that I was, that you would then now know that, hey, if I do an absolute complete wipe of this plane and do a fresh install, it may work for me. So,
ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to announce the start of our in-flight duty-free shopping service. On this flight, you can explore an exclusive selection of premium
that's how I look at it. So I am happy to answer any questions anyone has. I don't judge. In my book, there is no stupid flight sim question. There isn't. Because here's the way I look. We all start in this sim somewhere. Some of us have been doing it for a long time, and some of us are just starting out and need that extra boost. So, I do the same. I've been on quite a few chat calls with other people on Discord to help them out. Yeah. I mean, that's what we got to do. Because everybody should be enjoying this stuff. And, if a lot of people out there, they just, they have the problems like, oh, the Max doesn't work for me, so it's just garbage, it's just trash. And it's really not a trash plane, it's working. So if you can get it working, you can enjoy it. So I am also very happy to pass on all the stuff that I find out that works for me. And that's what we have to do as flight simmers, streamers, content creators, just regular community members. We all have to help each other out. You look at some Discord channels and people ask a question and people are like, oh, it's already been answered. Maybe they don't know how to use Discord, right? They don't know how to search for their answer and things. So that question gets asked over and over and over again. Just answer it. How long does it take to answer a question, right? Here's my soapbox.
Lot 3 Alpha November, contact Prague Center 118.375.
That's when if I'm on a Discord channel and someone's got a question and the devs or the mods or anybody's like, I'm done answering that question, which I've seen. I'm not going to name any names, but which I've seen them do, just blow this guy off. I answer it for him. If I know the answer, I answer it for him. So, I actually can't wait for that. I can't wait for the Fokker F100 to drop. I thought that was supposed to drop this month. Just to put a random out there. I do some regional ops in the F100.
Scandinavian 51 Charlie, contact Prague Center 118.375. Center on 118.375.
Listen, I remember seeing that plane. I remember seeing the F100 sitting at the gate, Philadelphia.
Lot 516, contact Warsaw approach.
I was a younger lad, but
contact Warsaw approach 125.055.
yeah, I want to get in that cockpit. Keep seeing those teaser photos and it's like, come on, guys, just release it. Looks good. When they said we'll be out this month, you had 2 more months. You're absolutely right on that one. Absolutely right on that one. I take any kind of you gotta take any kind of release with a grain of salt, because they don't give a date. They say, oh, we're gonna, it's looking like next month. Nah, it's looking like 3 months. But Just Flight is a good developer, and I'm sure they want to make sure that it is perfect for a release or with very little bugs. So I'm not faulting Just Flight in any way. I'm actually kind of being a little bit on the jokey side, but Just Flight puts out phenomenal airplanes for the sim. Very optimized, very frame friendly, and you can't complain with Just Flight.
Sky Dubai 1839, descent to flight level 100.
Descent to flight level 100, Ski Dubai 180.
All right, so we got an ETA of 45 minutes to our destination. Let's see where our TODs are. So TOD. So we go VNAV. Up descent at 1725. Where's the clock in this? Oh, there we are. 1655. So about 30 minutes until our top of descent. And we are all looking good. Shut terrain off. This one doesn't have weather radar, does it? Of course, I wouldn't know. There's no weather, but
Warsaw Control, red nose 3782. Good afternoon, flight level 404.
Red nose 3782, Warsaw Control identified. With Air 62009, contact Bremen radar 125.8.
Contact Bremen radar 125.8 with Air 62009.
All right. And some other news. I'm actually really looking forward to the Just Flight Lear 45. Probably not going to see that one until next spring. But those pictures look really cool. The Lear 45 coming out. We got what, the A300 B4, I think, coming out with Just Flight. Bluebirds on the horizon, in the next year and a half. Just kidding. They said quarter 4, quarter 1 of next year, right? But Bluebird's got the 757 and the 767. That one looks really nice. Wish I'd have gone to FS Expo to try it out. Got Flight Simulator working on a Chieftain. Saw that one. Yeah, Flight Simulator is working on a Chieftain and a Lancare. Or Lancare. Summer or fall of next year? For which one? Bluebird or the Lear?
Warsaw Control, Suntrip 2006. Good afternoon, flight level 248.
Suntrip 2006, Warsaw Control, radar contact. Continue climb to flight level 330.
Oh, Bluebird?
Continue climb to flight level 330.
Yeah.
Suntrip 2006.
But they got a lot going on. So the Bluebird 757, just to talk about that one for a little bit. The Bluebird 757 was actually supposed to be out already last year, I think. And it was going to be a very bare bones, really, they originally started off with not a study level plane. It was going to be normal operations, no failures, nothing like that. It was just going to be the 757 and the sim, and it was ready for release. And they looked at it all, looked at the community, and said, you know what? We can't do it. So they went back to the drawing board and started adding systems depth and failures, and they started working on a whole electrical system, the circuit boards, their circuit breakers, the whole 9 yards. So last year it got reset to 0. The reason that it's taken so long is because it takes forever to design planes for this sim, and they went back to 0. So it's going to be an amazing airplane. So take as much time as you need. We're just all chomping at the bit to fly it, though. That's all. Yeah, no one would have bought it. The bare bones, no one would have bought it, I don't think. It's just not the standard of sim anymore. Everybody wants the high def planes now, the study level stuff, and so do I. It's not as fun anymore to just kick around in those shell of planes, those old school P3D FSX style. It's just not that much fun.
Warsaw Control, good afternoon, radar contact, climb to flight level.
I want to run checklists. I want to feel what it feels like to be in the captain's seat of a 757. So you put out a Phoenix level or a PMG level playing, and everyone will pay for it. Yep, it's those two guys, Phoenix and PMDG, have set the bar. They've set the bar for airliners, and if you punch out an airliner that's not even close, like no one expects. I don't think anyone really truly expects that level. They want that level, but you got to be close to that level. Because if you're not close to that level, it's just no one's going to buy it. Or not enough people are going to buy it that you're going to make a profit. And I think Black Square has set the standard for general aviation. People are always comparing a new plane comes out. Well, it's not Black Square quality, but it's fun to kick around in. People are disappointed. So just why I saw the Jurassic Park thing, don't waste your money. So I actually got it, and I put a short video out of me flying a helicopter around it. And I think if I put in there, if you're a fan of Jurassic Park, like a super fan, it'd be cool. If you're not a fan, it's just unrealistic. So you won't need it in the sim. It's only good for fans of Jurassic Park. And I got it just because I have a YouTube channel for flight sim, and thought I'd just take a look at it. And I flew a little bit in it. It's pretty cool. I am a fan of the movies, so some of the movies were kind of dumb, but I actually took it off the sim because the islands don't exist, so it ruins the reality of it. Yeah, it's just a short one. I just take the helicopter out. I actually didn't even do any voiceover. It's just me flying the helicopter around some of the island. The Aviator, I think I took off from the one helipad on the coast, and then flew up and did a circle around the pterodactyl thing, and then we went over to the park itself. Flew around the pool with the can't remember the name of the dinosaur. The sea dinosaur, and then landed. It's really short, only about 5 minutes. I didn't think it was. I was gonna stream it. I even put a poll in chat on one of the things, and it just didn't on my Lear 35, and it just didn't get the reception, and it didn't get the video didn't get enough for me to do a stream for it, so that's why. So I said that's with me, and that's yeah, that's with me, and that Dune plane and a few other planes that don't really exist. I can't put them in the sim. Yeah, it's hard. Like, so when 2020 released their Dune package, I mean, I did look at the ornithopter. It's not real. To me, and here's my hot take opinion on it all. It really makes the sim feel like a game to me, and the sim I don't consider an arcade game. So, and that's not to beat up on everybody. Everybody has their own thing. They may want to fly, the ornithopter because they're a super huge Dune fan, and just like they were able to fly around the Jurassic Park islands because they're a super Jurassic Park fan, and it would be, it's cool. to them, and I'm not faulting anybody for how they want to fly their sims. It's just like you said. It's just, you know, I'm the same way. It's just I want more real. So I did tool around in the ornithopter for probably 5 minutes and then never saw it again. And the when they did their Maverick, Top Gun Maverick thing, I didn't even mess around with that. I was just like, eh. They had the mission, you know, where you ran it just like, you know, they did in the Top Gun movie. I was like, it's okay, I'm good. But, you know, like I said, people may have wanted to be, you know, or super fans of the Maverick movie and wanted to fly that route. And where else are you going to get into an F-18 and fly a canyon run? Certainly not going to do it in real life. I don't consider my sim a game as well. I never done as much studying for anything else other than in school than I have for trying to fly a plane in a flight simulator. Yes. Yes, absolutely. These planes come out, especially, and that's why I've gotten so used to trying to learn these planes nuts and bolts wise. I've read so many books. You know, when the PMDGs dropped their 737s, I read all their manuals. I read their 300 some page pilot operating handbook. Like I said, the Dukes, I grabbed every bit of material I could find just to learn these planes. You learn so much about aviation when a plane is study level. And here's a take on it. When a plane is a study level plane, all systems depth simulated, you have more likely, so you're less likely to say, oh, what, this isn't working. Is this a bug or is this me not doing it right? The more systems depth in a plane, I think you get that knowledge to know that, okay, if something's not working in the plane, it is more likely my fault than the sims. Where you got this shell of a plane and it's not working, you can say, well, I'm not really sure, this is probably most likely a bug, right? So you don't learn as much as you do when you have a really study level plane.
City 1225, contact Stockholm approach 123.755.
Yep, and Microsoft 2024 has turned me into a programmer.
Skywings 8, contact Talon approach 127.1.
I have a next door neighbor who is 91. His job was to write the text for the Boeing 747 and the 727 back in the 70s. That's really cool.
Good afternoon, flight level 360.
Bet he's got some manuals you could look through.
LOT for 57, Sweden control, radar contact.
We're in Swedish airspace. Well, guys, I'm a little out of practice, so we'll see how this landing goes. Although I did film a short to promote this live stream, so the landing was okay. It's good enough to film, so. So I don't know why my FMC keeps changing. Where am I at? I wanted that. 117 miles to the top of descent. So let's look at our
Sunturk 8 Quebec Alpha, Sweden control identified.
What do we got? We need to go to Sweden. We need to look at node 2 and see what that looks like. So we're coming in this way. So I think we go VNAV descent, and let's do our first one's going to be 10, and then we'll go 7, 4, and 2500. That should be a thing. I don't know if they're going to vector us in. I think they're going to have us come in on the SID. I haven't gotten any arrival yet, so we're still 100 and some miles out to 100 miles out to the top of the descent. So that's what we'll do. We'll set 10,000. So our first one is 10,000. We'll go with a VNAV profile descent. Hopefully that works. Should go down on its own once we pass the top of descent. So there we are. Is transition altitude at
City 1246, turn right, heading 040, climb to flight level 380.
Turn right, heading 040, climb to flight level.
Tell me your transition altitudes. You're just know by ATC. Oh, that's great. I wonder, does Beyond ATC give us our transition altitude? No, they do on the ATIS. What did we get the ATIS?
Expect Niluk 2 Papa, runway 19 left.
Close enough for the ATIS?
Ceiling 3600 broken. 14000 overcast. Temperature 17, 2.14. QNH 1005. Landing runway 19 right, 19 left, 260. Departing runway 19 right. Transition level.
Oh, 6,000? Okay.
Read back all hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Mike. Arlanda Airport.
Oh, you're guessing? I would see if the ATIS has it. Barely hear it.
Few clouds at 2,800. Ceiling 3,600 broken. 14000 overcast. Temperature 17, 2.14. QNH 1005. Landing runway 19 right, 19 left.
Yeah, they don't.
260. Departing runway 19 right. Transition level 060. Read back all hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Mike.
Yeah, so it's not saying it in the ATIS. Go back to center.
Sweden control, lot for 57, flight level 360.
So Professor Google says between 5,000 and 6,000, depending on the airport in Europe. All right, so we'll go with 6,000.
Delta Mike, descend to flight level 090.
Descend to flight level 090, red
So
nose flight.
our
Sweden control, Magic Sun, 9 Yankee Tango, descending.
so Lip Rocketeer says 6,000. We're going to go with 6,000 for our transition altitude, unless they actually tell me. But that's what we'll go with.
Control, radar contact.
Yeah, because I do know in England it's usually like flight level 050. What do you think? I think it's standardized, right? But it's not. All right, so it's just like any other 737, right? If I put the VNAV is going to take me down if I have the descent in the box, so it should be all right. I guess this is the Baltic Sea. This is actually the Swedish coastline right here. Yeah, last time I was here, I flew in on the network. They were landing runway 26, and I got vectored way out to the east into the bay. All right, well, we'll see what Beyond ATC does. I found it, though, being on network in Europe, like Germany and stuff, I have a hard time understanding them because I have a hard time with accents because of my hearing issues. I like Beyond ATC out here. Definitely have to get, definitely going to have to do a long haul on this channel. I haven't forgotten about that. I actually planned one in July and it never happened. And the subscribers picked the 777 200 ER for a trip. So I had one all planned out. We were actually going to do... Everybody does the Atlantic coast, so we were actually going to do a Hawaii to San Francisco flight, and never got it off the ground. But I haven't forgotten about it, so one of these weekends when I got nothing going on, we're going to do a long haul.
Brayton 7978, Sweden control identified.
I haven't it says I used Beyond ATC the other day, and it seemed to be running really slow after my update. How's yours running? Knock on wood, it's been running pretty good. I haven't noticed any kind of odd stuff so far.
Helvetic 1256, Niluk 2. I
think the other stream I did, I used say intentions, so I don't know. I might have missed the. I did think they had. I want to say that I saw in their Discord that they were having server problems, so it might have been that.
Nordic 4 Whiskey Tango. Contact Warsaw Control 127.45.
Center on 127.45, Nordic 4 Whiskey Tango.
Yeah, the flight. So my last stream was the Duke flight, and that was say intentions. So And I haven't used, this is the first time I'm using Beyond ATC in a couple days. So, and so far for the stream, it's been doing pretty good. All right, let's see how we're doing. All right, we're coming up on our top of descent, so we're just going to monitor that to make sure it starts going down.
5057, good afternoon, flight level 379.
Yeah, I haven't noticed any delays. Like when I called for clearance, it popped right in, and when I tried to get Sweden's ATIS, although it was really quiet, but I have the realism, the range realism on, so it came right up. So you should be good today.
Expect Nilug 2 Papa, runway 19 left, Eurowings 5057.
Alright, so we just make sure to call ready for descent. Make sure we can get that in there, because we're going to come up on top of descent pretty quick.
Lot for 57, ready for descent.
Lot for 57, Nilug 2. November, runway 19 right, descent to flight level 110.
Nilug 2 November, runway 19 right, descent to flight level 110, lot for 57.
All right, so there's our route. So, yep, that's all programmed in. That descent, so we're good. So let's just see if it captures our TOD. But yeah, so like I said, I'm currently getting 70 frames with FrameGen on, and we're good.
Approach 123.755, red nose 5 Delta Mike.
So I think it was just a corrupted, when I did an update or something like that, I think it just got all corrupted. So that's why I had to clean out the whole folder.
Eurowings 5057, descend to flight level 170.
Descend to flight level 170, Eurowings
So on VNAV path, so it should capture and go down. Yeah, so if you guys wanted to start down early, all you have to do is hit the altitude intervention button, and it'll start it down. Just like the Airbus, you can click the descent early, and it should. So what it's supposed to do is supposed to command 1,000 feet per minute until you come into the path. If you stay on VNAV.
Expect Ox 1 Sierra, runway 21, Boston 7978.
But we're gonna let the VNAV capture the path.
Finnair 2 Kilo Echo. Contact Tallinn Control 122.9. Have a good afternoon.
That's one thing with the iFly. When it does an update, you always have to uninstall the whole thing and then reinstall. Always seemed kind of weird to me. Yeah, so I found out the very hard way that doesn't work, to just install it. But I learned for future, I will do a complete wipe and reinstall the whole thing with the update. It should, yeah, you're right. It should just install with the installer and like everyone else. Like I don't have to do a complete uninstall of Phoenix. I need to update it.
Descend to 2,500 100 feet, QNH 1005.
And PMDG has the best installer, I believe.
1005, Helvetic 1256.
All right, there we go. Going down, a little high on path right off the bat. Throw out some drag. Is that before it gets too far gone? It does like to command a real there we go. So I don't remember. So comparing it to PMDG, I think the VNAV capture is a little aggressive in the iFly from what I remember. Of course, it's been so long since I've flown the PMDG 737 that it's hard for me to compare. All right, guys, we're starting down. And everything's looking good. We got our programmed in. We reviewed our approach. Let's see if Beyond ATC vectors us or lets us roll right in. The iFly is harder to slow down. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are beginning our descent into Stockholm. Please ensure that your seatbelt is
Now we're
fastened.
going below path. I'd rather be below path than above path.
In a few minutes, we will be coming through the cabin to collect any remaining service items. We thank you for your cooperation and wish you a pleasant arrival. Szanowni Państwo, rozpoczynamy zniżanie do Sztokholmu. Prosimy o zapięcie pasów, ustawienie oparcia fotela w pozycji pionowej oraz schowanie stolika. Za kilka minut członkowie personelu przejdą przez...
I actually tried to learn Polish because of my Polish heritage. And yeah, I gave up.
Sweden Control, Austrian 315 Alpha, good afternoon, flight level 340. Austrian 315 Alpha, Sweden Control identified. Ethiopian 725 Heavy, contact Bremen radar, 125.8.
You want to learn Polish, move to Chicago. Yes, there are a lot of Polish immigrants moved to Chicago. Now, funny story. I learned that so when my family came over in like 1902, somewhere around there, 1905, it was a luck of the draw between them landing in Jersey and landing in Houston. So it was a flip of a coin. I could have been a Texan, but my family landed in Jersey, so ended up settling out in Pennsylvania. They worked the coal mines in northeast Pennsylvania. I ended up landing up in the Philadelphia area. But my whole family came from Poland. There's both sides. They don't have any mixed heritage. Got a nice blue hour landing in Sweden.
Contact Castrop approach 12 for decimal 908, Magic Sun 9 Yankee Tango.
But yeah, so I'm learning German, French, and Spanish. So I thought I'd add Polish to the mix, and nope. All right, so we look good. We look good on path. No adjustments necessary. We'll just monitor that going down. And so we're going to guess our landing. Let's see. I think our landing is going to be 240 feet per minute. That's going to be my guess.
Helvetic 1256, contact Stockholm approach 123.755.
Contact Stockholm approach 123.755, Helvetic 1256.
Sweden Control, Air China 569 Heavy. Good afternoon. Flight level 268.
Air China 569 Heavy, Sweden Control, radar contact.
Hey, passing. Oh, that's right. We're at 6,000. We're in Europe, so
Contact Warsaw Control 127.45.
not even there yet. Oh, yeah, get some lights on up here. It's all dark and lonely up on the overhead. All right, that looks good. Got a little bit of some flood juice. Go. We got mood lighting now. All ready for that candlelight dinner. All right, so our airport's up over here. So if Beyond ATC lets me just transition right into the ILS, it should be just a nice little, we'll come on a downwind and then we'll turn right in. It should be nice and easy. So Vatsin seems to be landing runway 19 left. Is that what we're set up for? So no, Beyond ATC is giving me 19 right. So that's what we're set up. We're set up for 19 right. But thank you for reminding me, because I'm not in an Airbus. One to 7, and we'll put that over here as well.
Lights will be dimmed for landing due to safety reasons. Szanowni Państwo, światła zostaną ściemnione przed lądowaniem z powodów bezpieczeństwa.
Our course heading is 184. I just do it this way. Oh. Not too far. All right, now we're set up for our approach. Okay. It's not required. All right, so our next is 7,000, so we'll get that in there. Go 2 on the brake. That's all looking good. All right. And I don't think we're going to get vectored. I think he's going to let us come right in. Unless Beyond ATC died on me, because they're still on control. Isn't there a Sweden or a Arlanda radar? There is an approach. All right. Welcome to Europe, where they make you fly the whole SID. I heard that about Europe. Now, someone was asking me about the Black Square Starship, about having to program the whole SID in, and I said, oh yeah, it's not that big of a deal, just a few waypoints, it goes pretty quick. And they're like, I'm from Germany and it's 20 waypoints. I was like, oh. All right, there's 10,000. Let's there's some break out there. We got to get down to 250. Put our seatbelts on. And our LED lights. Put music for the approach. All right, got our lights on. And we're coming down to 250. Nice.
Contact Stockholm approach 123.755.
There we go. There's Stockholm approach.
Stockholm approach, lot for 57. Good afternoon.
That in a little bit better so we can see what's going on.
Sunturk 8 Quebec Alpha, 3 miles from Psi 19er Turn left, heading 225. Maintain 2,500 feet until established, cleared ILS runway 19er left.
Turn left, heading 225, 2,500 feet until established. Cleared ILS runway.
So they're, looks like they're parallel landing. So they got some planes coming in 19er left and we're going to be coming in 19er right.
Expect the RNAV Zulu runway 19er right.
No, we're not doing the RNAV.
QNH 1005, expect the RNAV Zulu runway 19er.
I'm not reprogramming it.
Lot 457, descend to flight level 070.
Yeah, so I'm not going to reprogram it, but I'm also not going to tell them that we'll just let them. I don't think we're going to vector for anything like that.
Contact Arlanda Tower 125.13.
Over to Tower 125.13. Sunturk 8 Quebec Alpha.
All right. So I'm going to go with that. We'll open the window. Let's slow her down. Let's get go flaps 1. Put flaps 2 out, so that should be flaps and slats. Bring them in.
Helvetic 1256, turn left, heading 310, vectors for the approach.
Turn left, heading 310, Helvetic 1256.
All right, so I'm just going to bring it down to
LOT 457,
2,500.
descend to 4,000 feet, QNH 1005.
Because it's going to keep giving us our descent, so I'm just going to put our bottom descent. So our intercept altitude is 2,500 feet. So they love their RNAVs and RMPs over there, don't they? You do get a lot of RNAV stuff, yeah, especially in Brazil too. We fly in South America, we got a lot of RNAVs. Yeah, we got some traffic off our right there. So there's our airport.
Heading 230. Maintain 2,500 feet until established. Cleared ILS runway 19 left.
Turn left. Heading 230, 2,500 feet until established. Cleared ILS runway 19.
Oh, we're all looking good. Got, we'll keep our speed up. Hopefully I can slow her down in time. They didn't give me any speed restriction. And Beyond ATC will do that for traffic. It's pretty cool.
Helvetic 1256, contact Arlanda Tower 125.13. Have a good afternoon.
Over to Tower 125.
Yeah, it looks like we're on path. Get the flight recorder up so we don't forget about that. It's always the most forgotten item on the checklist is our flight recorder. They've given the other planes the ILS arrival. Yeah, so they'll throw. We're going to throw the RNAV at me, and this thing doesn't like RNAVs, right? You have to kind of do a manual RNAV in this. So I'm just gonna keep the ILS programmed in, and we got the localizer showing. So I do have scenery for Stockholm. So hopefully it's pretty good. Looks like we got some weather going on too.
LOT 457, descend to 2,500 feet.
Descend to 2,500 feet, LOT 457.
1,500. Let's
Stockholm approach.
bring it down.
5057, flight level 104, we have November on board.
We turn in, so let's get about a 180.
Turn left, heading 225. Maintain 2,500 feet until established. Cleared RNAV Zulu runway 19 right.
We're cleared for the approach.
Heading 225, 2,500 feet until established. Cleared RNAV.
It's very overcast.
19 right, LOT 457.
Eurowings 5057, Stockholm approach. Good afternoon, QNH 1005. Expect radar vectors for
On the
ILS
approach.
runway 19 left.
As we're below glide slope.
QNH 1005, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 19 left, Eurowings 5057.
So I guess they're landing the ILS runway 19 left and doing the RNAV for right, because we're the only ones I've heard given the right runway. All right, there's traffic there. Looks like he's on short final. And I don't see any other traffic. All right, there's localizer capture. Glide slope to go. Landing lights on. Seatbelt signs are on. I've left the continuous. Now we need them on continuous for landing anyway. We had them on continuous. We burned out our igniters the whole flight. All right, go flaps 5.
Lot 457, contact Arlanda Tower 118.505.
Contact Tower 118.505, lot 457. Arlanda Tower, lot 457, RNAV Zulu, runway 19 right.
You know, other planes, ILS arrivals. Yeah, I've been there. Yeah. Well, I haven't been running checklists because I couldn't find my checklist for the 737. So.
Right, cleared to land, lot 457.
All right, we look good. We're cleared to land. Gear can come down. Flaps 15.
Cabin crew.
And we got glide slope capture. We go flaps 30. And I know what I forgot because I'm not seeing it. Go, get our VREF, and we'll bring it in. Starting to come down, go flaps full. All right, landing gear down, flaps full on the glide slap. Wow, glide slope looks good. So all that's left is the moment of truth. I don't know why I did that. I'm going to go command 2. Of course, we lost our approach. It's fine. Because I goofed up. We now have to fly this manually. That's fine. It's all good. I'm good for it.
1,000.
We're visual anyway. Wind is blowing us off. Let's get back on path. And we got a crosswind going, so let's set up for that. Path looks good. 2 reds, 2 whites on the pappies.
400. 300.
Feel the auto throttle.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Center line, center line. All right.
Lot 457, exit next available taxiway.
Exit next.
There we go.
Lot 457.
I don't know. It felt good.
Lot 457, contact ground 121.705.
Ground 121.705, lot 457. Have a good afternoon.
Flaps could come up. Welcome to Arlanda International Airport.
We hope that you had a pleasant flight, and we are looking forward to seeing you again soon. Chcielibyśmy jeszcze raz przeprosić za opóźnienie. Mamy nadzieję, że mieli Państwo przyjemny lot i z niecierpliwością czekamy na ponowne spotkanie. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Stockholm.
Whether they don't come off, even though it doesn't, I don't think it works.
Is a comfortable 18 degrees Celsius with partly cloudy skies. Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until the aircraft comes to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is switched off. We kindly ask you to check that you have all your personal belongings before leaving the aircraft. On behalf of LOT Polish Airlines,
Ramp 110? What, we don't get a gate assignment?
We hope you had a pleasant journey and look forward to welcoming you aboard again soon. Dobry wieczór, Państwu. Witamy w Sztokholmie. Lokalny czas to 19:51, a temperatura na zewnątrz
Taxi on in.
18 stopni Celsjusza przy częściowo pochmurnym niebie. Prosimy o pozostanie na
It looked really good. It did.
pasami do momentu całkowitego zatrzymania
You must have the headset option on because I couldn't hear any of those juicy Boris sounds. Oh, you know what? I have.
rzeczy osobiste przed opuszczeniem pokładu. W imieniu LOT Polish Airlines oraz kapitana Johna
As I look at the outside views,
mamy nadzieję, że podróż była komfortowa i zapraszamy
we'll
do
catch it on the replay. I am on the wrong taxiway. Oh well. Where are they taking us? I wonder. All the way over in the... I know, it's got us on a gate. So we're rocketing over to our terminal. Because we're late, that's why. According to our flight attendants, we were delayed. That's way too fast for a turn. There we go. Of course, we're all the way down at the end. I know terminal speed is only really like 10 to 12 knots, but looks like pretty clear. All the way at the end. Not even at a... So the scenery's not too bad. And here's our gate.
All aircraft be advised, information Oscar now current. QNH 1005.
Oh, we are way off. Way off. Yep, too far. All right. Welcome to Arlanda International Airport. Sweet. All right, so let's dial the time back. Give us a little bit of a brighter view of the replay. And we will check that out. We can kill beyond ATC. We don't need that. Give us better frames for the replay. And here's our replay. That forward. What did we get for our $240? So I called it. Of course, I think that didn't look like a 240. I'm sorry. Let's let me see that again. So I was looking at doing other things and it moved it in. So it's saying 240. I tell you what. So I think the metric that's for feet per minute that's sending out from the sim is off. That did not look like a 240. Of course, the reversers aren't showing. I wonder if I have. So we know that this replay version got some bugs with the iFly. All right, guys. Pause that. We'll go wind that back. Close that out. Just a little more. All right, guys. That's going to be our stream. I want to thank everybody that came along for the flight with me. Thanks again to Lip Rocketeer for chatting with me for the flight. That was gracious of you and made the flight go by, and really enjoyed that. Always enjoy our conversations. And everyone else watching in the background, thank you. All right, so what's coming up? I might do I have some things going on for tomorrow, but I might do a last minute stream. If you want to find out when I'm streaming, if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the little notification bell. You'll also, if you want, you can join my Discord server. I'll give information on upcoming streams and things going on about the channel. And so yeah, on to the next one, guys. I'm Virtual Flight Diaries. My name is John, and see ya.